Hi YouTube, I've got another pickles video for you. So I had the day off work today and I had this weird idea that I should go out and do some media hunting. Why the heck not? So I thought I'd journey a little further afield than I normally do, and I'd run out to the coast and visited a few towns and hit up a bunch of charity shops. Some were hits, many were misses, but here's the few bits and bobs that I managed to pick up today. Some of this stuff is for my collection, and I did manage to pick up a few bits and bobs also for trading in at CEX, and these first three were part of the first DVDs I picked up today are for trade. So firstly, Captain America, the First Avenger DVD. These 5 DVDs cost me £1 each. That's got a £2 trade in at the moment, so that'll be going to CX, as will this one. Captain America Winter Soldier, which is again trades in for £2. And Thor the Dark World and DVD once again, and this currently has a £3 trade in. And then these two I got from me. We've got a complete series of the Thin Blue Line, both series 1 and 2 with Rowan Atkinson. Very, very funny show written by Ben Elton. I've been on the lookout for this for quite some time. Yeah, for £1 that was a bargain. And then a movie that I haven't seen. I've heard good things and I'm hoping it's going to be good. The Final Girls. This is one I'm looking to get on Blu-ray at some point, assuming that I do enjoy it. But to get it for now, for £1, why not? So I'll just to pick that up. Excuse me. So that was the first town I visited. There was only 3 charity shops, and they came from the Teesside Hospice charity shop. The other 2, there was nothing, and I moved down the coast to the next town. One charity shop there, nothing. I did pick up something, but it wasn't for me, it was for a friend. Nothing media related. So then I moved on to the major town, I guess, of the visit, which was Redcar. A lot of shops in Redcar, a lot of charity shops. Didn't hit really that big though. Only picked up a few things. First of which came from a charity shop called Kidney Research, which I've, other than that one spot, I've never seen anywhere else. And this is a 3D Blu-ray, Frozen. Not a film I'm particularly bothered about seeing, but it was only £3. Had this been 2D release, probably wouldn't have bothered. But because it was a 3D, these were mint and look as if they've not been played. But then again, the Blu-rays, so they're not exactly going to be really badly scratched, but there wasn't even a single fingerprint on them, which is unusual for kids' movies. Yeah, £3. And moving on to, this came from Cancer Research, South Park, complete 8th season. This is a Region 1 American release. I do have a few UK seasons of South Park, which come in packaging that looks just like this, with similar artwork. Obviously the artwork's different for each season, but the layout is very similar. But this is pretty much the thickness of a standard DVD, whereas the sets I have are double this thickness. But like I said, this is a Region 1, it's a US release, so I wonder if the packaging is slightly different from the US. This is better because it obviously takes up less room on the shelf, although the other one being thicker, you get more upside down. you get more on the spine. But other than that, yeah, I like that. And then a couple of videotapes. These came from a charity shop, which seems to have a very niche charity, I guess. It's a dog charity shop, but not every dog. These cater specifically for Great Danes, called TJ Dane Rescue. Again, it's another charity shop that I've never heard of before. And last time I was in Redcar, I may have missed it because it was off down a side street. But I think it's probably just a one-off shop. And yeah, they're literally just for the rescue of Great Danes, not any other dogs. It just seemed weird. But they had a bunch of DVDs, 50p each. There wasn't really anything that I fancied on DVD, but there was these. No, sorry, the DVDs were £1. These VHS were 50p each. But yeah, there was nothing a pound a piece that I fancied on DVD. But yeah, I got these 2 VHS tapes. Wheels on Meals, Jackie Chan movie. Big fan of Jackie Chan. I've not actually seen this one, so that'll be hopefully good fun. And this I've been looking for on DVD for such a long time. I think it was deleted quite some time ago. And it's quite difficult to find, and I was quite shocked that I've spotted this. This is Carry On Columbus, the last of the Carry On films from, I think it was 1992 or thereabouts. This, unfortunately, it's a big box ex-rental, but not to worry. Just means I've got this to watch. I haven't seen this for such a long time, and like I say, it is something I want to get on DVD eventually, but for now this will do me. And finally, I guess it's a charity shop, but it didn't mention that I could see anywhere that it was for any specific charity, but it was called the Free Bookshop, and that was it. It was just books. It was the case if people donate books, and people can take the books for free, and then there's a big box thing, I suppose, that you drop coins into to donate. There's a big sign all over the walls saying, books are free. Please limit just maximum of 5. All donations welcome. And then there's this machine that's against the wall that you just drop your coins into. It's like one of those pusher machines, coin pushers that you see at the fair, except there's no pusher at the bottom. It just drops in, pings along the nails, and then hits a bell at the bottom and drops into the box. And it's a type of shop that I probably wouldn't normally bother going into, but there were some VHS tapes in the window which intrigued me. No VHS that I was interested in. They were all Rodgers and Hammerstein musicals, but I thought, if there's movies in the window, maybe there's movies inside, and there was. Unfortunately, there wasn't a specific section of videotapes. There was just a couple here in between the books, and a couple there in between the books, and a couple over there in between the books. So it took a lot of searching, but I did eventually find 5 that I was interested in. None of these are movies, actually. Or one of them, I suppose, could be a movie. So the first one is called Well Done, Now Sod Off, a film about Chumbawamba. Chumbawamba had a one-hit wonder in, I want to say 1997, thereabouts, give or take a year or two, but it was somewhere in the late 90s, called Tub Thumping, which was a pretty good party tune. And I guess this is a film or documentary about that. but I've never heard of this before. But for free. And Viz Top Tips with Reeves and Mortimer. I do remember seeing this back in the day, but I don't think I've not watched it, but seen it in the shops. But yeah, I'm quite happy to give that a go. And we've got Tiffany Dell, Burning Rubber. I guess this is Tiffany Dell's equivalent to the Jeremy Clarkson videos that used to come out. And then a couple of music titles. Suzanne Vega, the video singles, includes Marlene on the Wall, Left of Centre and Luca. A little disappointed that Tom's Diner's not on here, because that was a great track. Possibly this came out before that was released, I don't know. But, yeah. And then finally, this was the one I was most excited about. This is the Sisters of Mercy Shot. There's only 4 tracks on here. This Corrosion, Dominion, Lucretia, My Reflection, and 1959. The last 2 I've never heard of. That first one, This Corrosion, I absolutely love that song, and I found it on YouTube probably 5-6 years ago, and I've had it on a playlist on there for, you know, for all that time. I absolutely love that track. Back in the late 80s, I had a serious crush on her as well. But yeah, it's a great video, great track. I've been watching this afternoon, which is why there's no tape in here. It's still in the VCR, and it looks like it's never been watched for a 30-year-old video cassette. It looks stunning. I was shocked, but very happy that I grabbed that one. And that was the end of what I picked up in Redcar, and I've moved slightly. The afternoon was getting on at this point, and I stopped off at one more place, kind of on the way home, but a little bit of a detour. There was only a few charity shops, and the next one was one, again it was another one that was probably not a chain, and possibly just a one-off, called SARA, Saving and Rehoming Animals. That's what it was called. And they were just closing up when I went in there, and they had a bunch of videotapes, not videotapes, DVDs, and there were 3 for £1, and I looked through and I found a couple. I found one that I really wanted, which was Highlander Endgame. I watched this quite some time ago. I was always a big fan of Highlander, and then the TV series, and this sort of mixes the two, having both Adrian Paul and Christopher Lambert. Yeah, it was a great, I'm sure it was a TV movie, I don't think it came out of the cinema. And then one that intrigued me that I've never seen, never even heard of, but it was a Tartan DVD release. That Digi, maybe? The Dandy Warhols versus the Brian Johnstown Massacre. The Dandy Warhols I know, that other group I've never heard of, but yeah, I'm interested to see what that's about. And then to make up the 3, I do like Liza Minnelli, so I've got to pick this up. I've never seen it before. Liza with a Z, or as she would probably say, Liza with a Z, because that's how the Americans say Z. But yeah, give that a go. And then finally, the last pickup of the day, and the bargain of the day has to go to this. Bargain of the week. Are we going to say bargain of the month? Not sure yet. It's a bit premature to call it that. It's still only the first. But yeah, definitely the bargain of the week. Blu-ray 6-disc 6-movie set of the Avengers. This was $6.99. And on there we've got Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America, The First Avenger, and The Avengers Assemble. I own every one of those movies on Blu-ray. And I I'm a little bit torn on whether to keep this or not. My first thought was to trade. At the moment at CX, this is a £14 trade, so it's pretty much double my money. I'd rather get a voucher than get the cash. Even with the cash, I think it's a £10, £9 or £10 cash. I'd rather have a voucher because there's no way that I'm never going to spend it. I'm buying stuff from CX all the time. But yeah, like I say, I've got all 6 of these movies. And I really don't like box sets that are only partially complete, so to speak. So if you had a TV series, it's like with Game of Thrones. Every year they release a box set of all the series to date. So when Series 2 came out, they did a box set of Series 1 and 2. When Series 3 came out, they did a box set of Series 1, 2 and 3 and so on. And they did the same last year. When Series 6 came out, they did a box set of Series 1 to 6, which isn't a complete series. I'm sure when Series 7 comes out this year, there'll be a box set of Series 1 to 7. It's the same with movies. You get, when a new movie comes out in a series of movies, they'll do a box set of all the previous movies, regardless of whether there's another movie coming. Now, when it comes to the Marvel movies, there's never going to be a complete box set of the movies because they're just going to keep making them. So this kind of makes sense. It's all the movies running up to the first Avengers movie. Now, if they did another box set with, say, the next 6 or next 7 movies as a companion to this, then sure, I wouldn't mind if they did that, because then it would mean that you get box sets containing all the movies. But I'm pretty sure they're not going to do that. So this is, to me, incomplete. And I don't know whether I want to keep it or not. I mean, it's a nice set, and it's not perfectly mint. I mean, there's a little bit of a crease on the edge there. I don't know if you can see that in the light there. But apart from that, it's pretty good. It's got this sort of clear, this clear slip case, and then another one that pops off the top, which of course has all the information on, and then just pop the top off, and like a digipack inside. We've got some character art on each side, and open it up and even more, and then you've got 6 discs inside, which of course aren't uniform. They're literally the discs, the individual discs from each individual release, just popped in this set. So at the moment I'm in the mindset that I'm probably going to trade this. I just double my money. The longer I keep hold of it, then the price will probably drop. Although for that, having said that, Marvel stuff, Blu-rays and DVDs tend to hold the value longer than most of the releases. But there's no point me holding back just to watch these movies, because I already own all of them. I can watch them whenever I want. And I'm rambling on. This video's coming on for almost 20 minutes now, and I was expecting to be a maximum of 10. So I'm going to leave it at that. But yeah, not a bad day, considering the amount of places I visited, charity shops. I did get a couple of things from the pound shop, but I'll do that I'll show them in my weekly pickups video. But there's a couple of Granger games, cash converters, nothing worth getting in any of those. So yeah, just this lot that I got. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll be back again probably Sunday if it's nice. And I say this if it's weak. If it's nice, maybe the car boot sale on Sunday morning. But I don't know about that yet. Anyway, cheers. See you next time. Ta-ra.